It's past 6.
Some of the biggest names on television will gather in Los Angeles tonight for the Emmy Awards. They, of course, honour the best TV of the past year.
And there are high hopes for British talent, with The Crown leading the nominations, along with the football-based comedy Ted Lasso.
Seen them both, love them both.
I've not seen Ted Lasso yet. I've heard great things. It's on my list. That's earned 20 nominations. Now, Los Angeles correspondent Sophie Long gives us an update.
AFC Richmond announced the hiring of their new manager, American football coach Ted Lasso.
You're an American who's now in charge of a football club despite possessing very little knowledge of the game.
In a nutshell, a scorned woman damaged by divorce hires an American goofball in the secret hope of running a football club, which happens to be the only thing her ex-husband truly loves, into the ground.
Little does she realise that when this human being comes into her life, no matter how hard she tries, he is actually her salvation rather than her scheming.
George is here.
If he's here, why isn't he here?
Oh, yes. Good point.
Ted Lasso is a heartwarming comedy that jerks more than the occasional tear. A mixture of a mostly British cast with an American can-do sensibility that's earned its cast and creators a record-breaking 20 Emmy nominations.
Well, I just didn't believe it, really, and I felt a bit sort of blubbery, and then I was very tired because it just seemed an awful shock.
It kind of feels like I'm glad it didn't come a moment sooner, which some people might find weird. You know, being in my mid-40s, you'd think, oh no, wouldn't you have loved it in your 30s or whatever? But I don't think, A, I would have been able to cope with the sharp upturn, and B, I certainly know I wouldn't have been able to play this character, Rebecca Welton, who has so many different layers to her. So many joyous things, but so many upsets to overcome. So, yeah, strangely enough, the universe knows what it's doing.
I think that's what it's all about, embracing change.
Over 2 seasons, we've watched characters overcome pain with positivity, in a celebration of human spirit that doesn't ignore the struggle. So what of season 3?
I don't know whether they just do it with me and don't tell me anything, because otherwise I'd go when I shouldn't. But no idea.
I don't think even the writers can know about season. I don't know a single thing about season 3.
We are definitely going to take this season to finish the story that we set out to tell, and it remains to be seen if anything happens after that.
And the story that you set out to tell, does that involve a happy ending, maybe with Ted and Rebecca?
Wow, interesting. Hey guys, Sophie from the BBC got an interesting idea. Wait for me. I'll pitch it.
Okay, cool.
Where did you get these?
I'm glad you like them. You know what? I'll start bringing these to you every morning. Called Biscuits with the Boss.
That really isn't necessary.
I could have baked you some biscuits, but I've just bought you these because...
you see, you can't beat a hobnob.
Sophie Long, BBC News, Los Angeles.
I love hobnobs.
They get you through it.
Don't we all?
Oh, cool.
That
That
looks right up my street.
It's honestly, we've watched it. And it's one of those things that's like lots of programmes, but it's a family. You can watch it as a family, which is great, you know.
And at the
really
moment, it's what we
enjoyable.
need, isn't it? Something to lift the spirits. Let's